Oh, hi there. It's Friday, end of the week, and time to get some fast games in, 10-second games on Shogi Wars. This is the first week in a couple weeks that it's been all 5 days, so I'm glad for that. Glad I was able to do that. Things seem to be getting a little bit back to normal. Not sure if that's gonna, if that'll change in the future. But it was good to be here this week. Nothing really else to say. I think no news, nothing that I can think of to start off with, but just going to get playing. 10-second games. The game pass is still, or the season pass is still running on Shogi Wars, continuing to build points for that. And hopefully, we'll get more today. Probably we'll unlock the avatar today if we get well, I suppose we probably have to wait for the week to finish, because some of the big point rewards are playing like the weekly things, the weekly challenges. So maybe early next week we'll get the avatar and clean up the rest of the points. But for now, just going to play. And that's it. Odaka Sakiko, the new, the new as of the past month or so voice on Shogi Wars is still my voice. And going to keep the BGM on. And my voice is still a little bit raspy. Kind of strange. But let's do it. Get this out of the way. We're there. Games start. Last week's, or two weeks ago's 3-minute games were great. Or 10-second games were great. We'll see how it is now. And let's do it. Alright, Shuviet.
対局開始。
よろしくお願いします。
嬉野流。
The Shogi Wars has changed. I noticed this on someone else's stream. They've changed how the time the clock looks in 10-second games. It's just it's just into that Byoyomi.
1
We're gonna get an opposing rook.
1
Yes, we are.
1 1
Okay.
2 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 1
Oh,
2 3 4 1
very interesting.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2
Do I come up?
3 4 5 6 7 8
No, I don't.
9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
I think I probably should have come up with the gold.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
That was unfortunate. That was definitely unfortunate.
1、2、3、4。
Yeah, I think I had a nice spot. I probably should have just taken.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Yeah.
1、2、3、4。
Let's come up. Oh, he's got it. Shoot. Yeah, he can just take. Or can he? Can he?
1、
Can he?
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Or he can just take this. Oh boy, he can just take that.
1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Not sure. Not sure.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Okay.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I think he's got. Can he take? Can he take?
1、
Boy.
2、
Yeah.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3。
That wasn't good. That wasn't good. That was really bad.
1、2、 3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、
That was so stupid. It was so stupid. I should have put it on the side.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
So annoying
1、
that I did
2、
that.
3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、
Oh,
4、
should I?
5、6、7、8、9。1、1、2、3、4、5、
Shoot.
6、7、8、9。
Shoot. Yeah, that was not smart. Not smart. Not smart.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、1、
Yeah.
2、3、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Darn.
1、2、3、4、5、6。
Let's see if he can mate. Let's see if he can do it.
1、
With all these pieces, let's see if he can do it.
1、2、3、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
He can take it and still be fine.
1、2、3、4。
It's a shame. I hate to see this win. I hate to see.
1、2、
You
3、
know, I
5、6、7、8。
I hate to see Anaguma beat me
もう一曲
because I mess up the attack. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I think I had some real nice spots there. I'm gonna keep it just rolling. You know, we have no one has said hi. It doesn't seem like I don't know if we have any viewers yet. I'm just gonna keep it rolling and see how it goes. That's the danger sometimes, is when I think I'm too far ahead in the beginning and I get a little sloppy. That one was certainly it. Let's track the loss.
あなたが後手です。
Current streak is 1 loss.
対局開始。
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. 20 plus thousand games played by my opponent here
1、
for winning.
1、
Okay, so one of these
1、2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、 3、4、1、2、1、2、3、
Okay.
1、2、1、2、
Can you guess he's seen this
Some
before? He sure seems to be playing it fast.
6、7、8、9、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、
Let's come up here.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、1、
Wow.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、
Oh,
5、
I'm sorry, Atari. Oh gosh, I've got to let you. I should have let you out after that last game.
1、2、3、4、
The Rook is trapped.
6、7、8、9、 1、
Ah!
2、
All right, Atari. Let's.
6、
All right, I had it. I
Lost.
overextended.
Current streak is 2 losses.
Okay, girl. All right, that's unfortunate. Hey, Origami-One, nice to see you. All right. Two great openings today. Two great openings and
あなたが先手です。
poorly after.
対局開始。
Yoroshiku-onegaishimasu.
嬉野流。
Okay, let's just solidify. The cat is out of the room. I'm not distracted by the cat anymore. Not that that was a legitimate excuse. All right. These were good games. Good games today so far. Let's see if I can just
1、
take advantage of my advantages. This player has beaten me before.
1、
Okay, let's get that up.
1、
So what are
1、
what are we getting here? We're getting
1、2、3、4、
same thing.
5、6、7、8、
We're getting the same deal. Same deal.
1、
So
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、 1、2、3、4、 1、
we got a trickster.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、 1、2、
What?
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I just didn't know what to do. I just didn't know what else to do.
時間切れがち。
Okay, I'll take it. よろしく、ありがとうございました。Hey Ornal, nice to see you.
Win. Current streak is 1 win.
Not sure if what I was doing was reasonable there. All right. I've got the nerves going.
あなたが後手で
Okay,
す。
gote. Kota 159
Daikyo
5159. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉野流
Ureshi no ryu.
1
All right, so it's been all Freebisha today. Let's see if this yeah.
取り差し
He is fast.
1 1 1
Wow.
2 3 4 5 6
I think we've seen that before. I think we've seen this before.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Oh no. Oh.
3 4 5 こん
Oh.
な将
Hey
棋を忘れ
Fordun.
ちゃいましょう。
Today's not my day. I can tell already. That's 3 games now. That's 3 games where I think I have the nice spot out of the opening, and I just I'm blundering. So I want to look at that one. I'm going to take that one into Lee Shogi. If only to get a break. If only to get a break and then just reset my brain, because I'm not seeing things. It's funny because I went into today thinking, you know, maybe today's going to be one of those 6-7 hour streams. You know, I've got time. I've got time. You know, looking forward to playing, but I can't play like this. You know, not like this, as the meme would go. Not like this. So, you know, I think he messed up. That pawn drop, I think, is bad, but we'll see how bad it is. We'll see how bad it is. So I'm Gote. Oh, 8-7? 8-7? Oh, okay, 8-7. So 8-7 is what I was thinking of doing. But I thought I'd still be able to get... And it's take, and then drop it here. Okay. Or drop the bishop. Okay. Okay. So there's that. So now I did mine. And it is a pretty big mistake. This is like a 3.5 point mistake. Take the... Okay, I should have taken I should have taken this. Interesting. That seems awfully sharp. Take. Come back. Okay. All right. It's a sharp position, but that's what I'll do next time. Okay. Okay, let's get another. Ooh, I'm down to 20%. So I've already lost 11 or 12% on the rating. Oof. Body blow. Body blow. Alright. The reset, the brain reset is going to get me going. Shodan. Menta an. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉野
We
流
get another Furibisha. No. Well, the other person did the same. So it's
1 1 1 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1
huh.
2ヤグラ棒銀
Yagura Bogin.
1 2
Alright, I'll do this. I don't think I need to, but I'm going to.
1 1
Wow.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
Let's exchange off the pawn.
1
So that is the cowardliest of cowardly castles. But
1
it's looking promising, I think, for him with this. Okay. Okay, I was expecting something else.
3 4 5 6 7 8 9
It's time to get our knight into action.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Time out.
Loss.
I gotta make a
streak
move
is
by
one
5. I've
loss.
gotta have a move by 5. I've gotta have a move by 5. I was looking for way too crazy tactics there.
対局開始
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Shoot. 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 One of those days. One of those days. Alright. He gave it back.
時間切れ
We got it
落ち
back. We got it back. We got it back.
Win. Current streak
We
is
lost to a
1 win.
showdown on time. We won against a showdown on time. Let's see how many points I got for that one. A lot. A lot. That's a legit midway showdown, and we beat him. We beat him. We got our points. This is how we're gonna catapult from this moment. It was not even close. It was not even close. This is what's gonna catapult the stream now to greatness. I wonder if I need to turn off the BGM. Maybe not.
あなたが後手です
Alright.
対局開
Yoroshiku
始
onegaishimasu. Yeah, it's amazing to me. You know, I feel like I play so much Shogi on Shogi Wars, and most people
1
have more games played by a significant number.
2 1 2 3 4 1
Interesting.
2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4
Do I need to come up here?
6 1 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3
All right, let's see. Let's see.
1
So let's
1
Wow, this is the second time.
3
I've never seen this behavior before. And this is the second time it's happened today already in fewer than 10 games.
1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6
Ah, greetings, Todovsky. Thank you for the raid.
2
Hello, everybody.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 1
Wow.
2 3 4 5 6 1 2
Fair enough.
3
Fair enough.
1
Wow.
2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Maybe I should have cut it off. No, it's fine.
1 2 3
Wow.
4 5 6 7 8 9
I don't see it. Boy, that was weird. So silver drop is mate,
1
right?
2 3 1
Yeah. Arigatou gozaimashita.
強くなったね
Win. Current streak is 2 wins.
You messed up in a game with the War 3 Don. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. You've been we last week or earlier this week we looked at your profile on Shogi Wars. You've been performing. You've been performing extremely well. I wonder, are you potentially able to win this prize? The new, I think, is it the I'll have to look. Okay, so you're still at 11Q in the Don queue, in the OE. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. The free players will, well, no, the free players can have enough time to qualify, but it's difficult, I guess. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm slowly climbing back. I lost what, 11 or 12, 13% today, and now I'm climbing back up. Climbing back up. Oh, I didn't even change my scene last time.
あなたが
Well,
先
you
手で
wouldn't almost derank because you have to.
対局開始
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. You have to lose 500 games
1
at that rank.
1 1
Oh, so he did the infamous fourth file rook mistake. 13 winning. Okay, so we've got potentially a Kishin guy.
取り差し1 2 1 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1
Okay.
1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Damn. So I got to get this bishop in.
1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7
So he's stuck here. He's stuck here, and I'm gonna get my once I make my token, I'll have my pawn.
完璧な将棋でした
Hey, Killer Ducky. Good to see you. Good to see you for the first time on YouTube. Played a lot of, I've been, so that was a 13 win streak. What happened? Maybe he ran out of Kishin, or maybe he wasn't Kishining, or maybe the misclick at the beginning was maybe the misclick at the beginning was just the mental damage of the misclick going into fourth file rook. The thing is, he has a Satomi avatar, so. Wait, no, is that Satomi or is that Nishiyama? It's one of those bad avatars. It's one of those really bad avatars. Urishino always wins. I wish it were true. I wish it were true. I can't. Is this these avatars are so? This one is so rough. I think this is I think they call this the Nishiyama. I'm not sure. This is a showdown at 10 minutes. Wow. In my Nakabisha days, whenever. Whoa, wait, Ducky, imagine not fight or flight, knee jerk doing something. Well, I've been in that situation so many times. So, it's I almost knee jerked into it. My knee jerk is almost now retreating that silver. I'm just a series of knee jerks. No matter what I do, I'm a series of knee jerks. But when I was a Nakabisha player and I made that fourth file rook misclick, I think I did it twice. I won both those games. So KSZ TKO should have trusted himself. Should have trusted the fourth file rook. I also just went back to Nakabisha, but then you don't get the badge. So it's tough. It's real tough. It's tough to be a Nakabisha player who misclicks on that first move. But at least he can rest assured that his Nakabisha Don Q did not go down. Alright. Let's try again. Did I track that win? I'm not sure. I might have. I might have, I might not have.
あなたが先手です。
Okay. Ge XG.
対局開始。
よろしくお願いします。
嬉野流。
嬉野流。5 winning.
1、
They're giving me some streaky players today.
1、
Okay, he's coming up.
2、3、
I can come up first.
1、2、3、
I can come up here.
1、2、3、4、1、
Wow!
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I've never seen anyone do this.
1、
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh!
4、
Well done. Well done.
7、8、
Oh my...
9。
Resign. It's
こんな
over.
将
There's
棋を
no
忘れちゃい
defending
ましょう
that. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we've got to take that to Lee Shogi. That is novel. That is novel. I have never seen that. And, you know, being in a 10-second game, that's extra brutal. So should I have brought... So thinking about it before... Did I track the loss? I did not. Thinking about it before turning the engine on, thinking about that, thinking about it without looking at the board, trying to mentally visualize that position, I wonder if I should have brought the bishop back to 2-2. Yes, then they would still take 2-3. They would still take 2-3. I guess I'm forced to take? I guess I'm forced to take. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I can come back. No. Yep. Oh, I was Sente, so it's 8-8. But so you know, this is not his worst move, but it's not a bad move. So number one for me is just coming back to 8-6. And then what do I do? Is there any way to like do I come up, push the pawn? He always can do this, I guess. No, which is not great because now I lose my pawn. So if he comes back, no, I take. If he comes back, I take. Rook takes, and I'm not losing my pawn. stay calm and play shogi. Well, so I thought it was I thought it was a mistake on his part. So I went ham. I guess that is not calm. I was calmly going ham, trying to win the game outright after what I perceived to be a bad move. And it wasn't a good move, but it wasn't a bad move. It was tricky. It was unexpected. So my thinking is without looking at the engine, I think I am going to go 5-7. Oh gosh, thank you, Foradun. So without thinking, or without looking at the engine, I'm thinking I am going to go to 9-7 or to 5-7. First move, 9-6 pawn, 4-6 pawn, 6-9 king, nice. 5-7 silver. Okay. And these are all about the same. There's also 5-8 gold, which the engine always likes. All right, so I would have done this. And then he's going to come back. He's got to come. Not got to, but going to come back. I get my king over, and I play shogi. He can't. Well, he can. He can do this. If he does this again, do I come up? Engine saying push the pawn. Engine saying this. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I thought this was going to be a weakness. I thought this was going to be a pretty big weakness because I thought it's going to be very fast to come up here and get my bishop with the silver. I completely missed that this was there. Is there any reason to take? No. It's really not an only move, but it's versus minus 0.2 versus minus 2. So it's not an only move, but kind of an only move. And I think this is just going to be annoying. This is going to be very annoying to deal with. It's going to be very annoying to deal with. He's going to get both these pieces. And I jump. I guess like he's not going to get both, but yeah. Okay. All right. Good times. Good times. Good times. No one has ever done that to me before. Taking creates content. Well, this is true. Good day, Emperor Rex. Nice to see you. Taking does create content. All right. That was a slow minimize. Okay, let's get another game here. Okay. Oh, they beat me before. Ulaki. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. But I'm Sente. He's 3 winning. Oh, Urashino Ryu.
1、2、3。1、1、2、3、4。1、1、2、3。1、1、
Fair enough.
2、1、2、3、4。 5、6、7、8。
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that this time.
1、
Oh god, that's not good. That's not good.
1、 2、
It's
3、
fine. It's fine.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Oh, that's not right. That's not good at all.
1、2、
That's terrible. That's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible.
1、
That's real bad.
3、4、5、6、7。
It's fine. It's actually fine. Okay.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
I'm gonna try this way. I don't know if this way works as well as the other way.
1、
Ooh.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4。1、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、
Interesting spot.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Come over here. Ah.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、1、2、
Okay.
3、4、
Think I like
5、
that.
6、
Think I
7。
like that. So now I'm gonna bring up my knight.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Can't drop the pawn there.
1、2、3、
Oh god. Oh god.
5、
Same thing as before.
7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Huh.
1、2、3、4、5、 6 7 8 9
Damn. Damn, 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 damn. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Shoot.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
All right.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4
Hmm.
2 3 4
I think that was a mistake.
6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
I think now I'm living too dangerously. The rook has got to just take this pawn.
1
Yeah.
2 1
Wow.
2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
Hmm.
1
Oh.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2
Do I have
Some-
mate?
4 5 6 7
Whoa.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5
Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3
Huh.
4 5 6 7 8 9
No, 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 no. No, 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 because now we can bring the dragon over. I should have come up. Yeah.
2 3 4
Ah.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Let's live dangerously. Do I have mate? Do I have mate?
1、2、3、4、5、
Oh, he's got it now.
6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2。
No. He's got the silver now. He's got the bishop.
1、2、3、4、5。1、2。
Can I get out?
1、2、3、4、5、6、
Wait.
7、8、9。1、2、
I think I'm up.
1。
Okay.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
All right.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3。
Smero.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Gotta take with his dragon.
1、2、3、4、5、6、
Damn.
7、8、9。
Shoot. I didn't realize that this would be hanging.
1、
Oh, God. Ah!
3、
I'm throwing. I'm throwing.
5、6、7、8、9。
He threw and now I threw.
1、 1、2。
Sumero.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2。
So I
1、
shoot.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 1、2、3。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Still too narrow for me.
1 1 2 ビクトリー
ありがとうございました。Hey, Arpan Agarwal. Is this Yakiru again? Yakiru, let me try to translate this. Yaki Emo. Good to see you. Thank you. And what is this Hachi? I'm trying to translate this. Hachiwan. Hachiwan, like Hachiwan Diver. Super Hot Brain Juice Shogi Channel. That is one of the best Shogi channel names that I've ever heard. If that translation is correct, Super Hot Brain Juice Shogi Channel. I'm gonna have to check out your channel after. We had mate but kept taking pieces. Did we? Seeing the attempt to drop a pawn on the top rank. So if that game would have been over the board, I think I would have lost at least 2 or 3 times. Yeah, Hachi1, like Hachi1 Diver. Hachi1. So where was the mate? It's gonna be hard to find it in this long game. But where was the mate, Ornolf? Is it when I had the knight? Is it here? It can't be here, right? No. When our silver was on 3-1. Oh, silver was on 3-1. Okay. Silver was on 3-1. Silver 2-2. Wait, silver 2-2? Doesn't he just take? Wait, doesn't he just take? The dragon took the knight with the No need to apologize, Hachiwan. No need to apologize at all. I'm glad to have you here. Oh, so the last move of dragon takes 4-4. Oh, and the dragon stopped defending 2-2. I'm just not seeing it. Keep going. Ah! Wait, no. I was thinking of taking that instead of silver takes dragon. I'm just not seeing. Silver 2-2? We don't have a silver in hand. Yeah, so this was the thing. I was just trying to get a silver. I was trying to get a silver, and then so my what I was trying to do was, yeah, King 7-1 definitely was dangerous. I just didn't see what else. So I was tempted here to take. But then I thought, he's got it. That's true. 6-1 does. So what I spent, most of my time looking at was this. And then thinking, what is he going to do with this rook? And I thought he was going to do this. And then I'd lose my chance. Hey, Shogi Noob 69, good to see you. Good to see you. So since this was such a long game, I'm gonna spend oops. All right, well, we got here. Okay, so we've got some coaching tickets. Let me quit the app now so I don't lose the layout. The layouts are all messed up. So I'm going to spend the Kishin, since this was such a long game. I'll get my money's worth out of a Kishin analysis. And see where. Wow. Okay, so I had the advantage here. So I did have the advantage here. Oh no, he had the advantage. Wait. Who's got the advantage? Oh, okay, so it's the gold takes. The gold takes. I definitely did not want to get that. I definitely didn't want to get the rook in, but my thinking was I didn't realize it came with check. That was the thinking. I didn't realize it came with check. I was willing at this point to take the silver, let him come up, and then get the silver get the dragon for 2 silvers. That's what I was trying to get, but I didn't realize that this came with check. So there's no mate on the board here. 91% means no mate on the board. So right here we're in a Shogi run, or not Shogi run. Hey Skykeeper, nice to see you. This is what is it? Not Shogi run. Sprint. This is the sprint position right here. Incredible. So where was the mate here? So now I've got mate. Now I have mate. An entering game. I would like to see an entering king minigame like Frogger. That would be great. That's why we should go to the try rule. That's why the try rule should exist. The try rule entering king game. Okay, so where is our mate? I am going to say silver, king. Oops. Sorry. Silver, king, gold. So how am I, it's the question is, how am I going to check? There it is. There it is. That is the thing. That's the missing component that I didn't see in all of this. The missing component is that I give it up. I then give it up. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. But if he does run, I don't have any silvers. I don't have any silvers. Yeah, how do I do this? Or actually, we'll do this first. And that's it. But maybe I was too optimistic in that. So I don't think I can Hishi. Do you? Like, he's going to be able to mate, I think. He's going to be able to mate or at least check me in such a way that he'll be able to tear up my pieces. And he still has the advantage of the counting advantage. Where's the other bishop? Oh, 1, 2. There it is. Yeah, I do almost have a castle. I'm sure I have Hishi. I just don't think I have time for Hishi. That's the only thing. Well, and the fact that it says 100%, I believe 100%. I believe 100% means, maybe it does mean Hishi as well. I thought on Shogi Wars it was 100% if it was made on the board. But maybe. Just feels to me like it's going to be very difficult to set up a Hishi with my king in line with a rook drop, able to remove, to check and remove my Hishiing pieces. Yeah. Anyway, crazy game. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm out of water. I'm out of tea. And maybe my heart needs a little bit of a rest too. Did I track that? I did not track that win. I think I've been neglecting some of my tracking. Let me just check that before I go.
Current streak is 1 win.
Before I go to break. Just fix the stuff. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins with the big brain. Okay, so it's 5 and 5. Let me update my... So I've missed... I've missed that. Let's get that. Get the other one. Okay. All right. All right. We're level. I will be right back. Okay, back. Ah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. This game, Shogi is a crazy game. Shogi is a game of comebacks, as Koshiro has said many times before. And I have a hangnail. Should have cut that. All right, let's get in to the next. It's Friday. Wow. It's Friday already.
あなたが後手です。
Sickle Weasel Strategy Player.
対決開始。
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉野流。1、
I think I do like this, the way they've changed the time display.
1、
What is this? What is this style? Okay.
2、 1、2、
Why?
3、4、5、6。
I think I come in here. I think I have to come in.
1、 1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
All right.
1、2、
Fascinating. I've got to get
1
got to get over here.
3 4 5 6 7 1
So he drops the pawn. Do I come up in exchange? No, I don't.
2
Um,
3 4 5 6 7 8
I feel like I messed something up because I don't think there's any way that giving me that advance was good. I don't think that's a proper defense.
時間切れ勝ち
Arigatou gozaimashita. Great. All right, so I'll take
Win.
it. That's good because I
Current
want to
streak is
look
2
at
wins.
that more importantly. So today's games have come up for me anyway with a number of opening sort of questions and unknown situations. Why not pawn drop to 4? Well, my rook was in the way, right? So I think before I turn on the engine, I think I can push here. No, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Well, no. Yeah, I push. He takes. I go back. Or I come up. He takes. I take. He comes up. He comes up. I drop the pawn. Comes over. So I'm gonna flip it. Okay, pawn takes is. Pawn takes. He took. Oh, so pushing the pawn is not. I mean, it's not bad. It's just I've got to get the king over first. Dropping a pawn in front of the rook without having a concrete plan. Well, I thought it would remain there. My thinking was, obviously, I cannot take the silver. I mean, I cannot take because the silver just takes and the rook can't take it. But in those 10 seconds, I was thinking, all right, I no longer have a pawn in this file, so I'll be able to do something here. I'll be able to potentially drop here or on the head, which might cause him to go to the side. But I thought I would be able to maneuver such that I'd be able to get away to take that pawn. At least that was the hope. And that having that pawn there, I thought, would be a distraction for him the entire time. I thought. That was my thinking. Okay, rook. And now we're looking at 6-2 silver. 5-8 gold. Come back. Yeah, in none of these top 5 moves is this. It's like a 1-point loss, which I guess means I'm losing this pawn, as the opponent did do. So it's about a 1-point loss. And this is the response. Yeah. This is not so good. The opponent, the engine had wanted this the entire time. Why is this so good? Why is this good? I guess we're just... So his cap here was not... So when you say pawn drop 8-6, threatening pawn 8-7, promote is a cool idea, though. Oh, it definitely is. It's just that I never had that chance. I never had the chance because my rook was on 8-6. Oops. So let's say the opponent just wastes a move. We just keep coming up. We just keep coming up. But now, this move, and let's say he takes, which is a mistake. Take with the pawn? Okay, these are they're just subtle. They're just subtle. Seven, 2. We take our gold away from the king. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm just going through... I'm just sort of mesmerized by this position here. Okay. This is a shape. This is a shape that I know has been recommended to me before from humans and engines. Because it's oddly... Yeah, their attack is slightly slow, and now I can at least start getting my stuff in here. I've always got this. All right. Yeah, and this is -5 for me, -5.3. So the engine likes this. I think I like this as well. It's just tough. It's one of those. But that's the nature of Urshin or Ryu. All right, let's get out. I'm able to capture their pawn. Silver drop and then silver takes. Yeah. Well, if we do, let's say he wastes a move, and if we drop this silver. I don't like, we can't take. But it is, yeah, I agree that this is good. The rook is off that center file. I mean, we could take this. I don't think we will. What does the engine say? Engine does want to take this. Engine does want to take this. Weird, because now he comes back. What are we gonna do? Yeah. Wow, he wants to take? I'm just... All right. Enough engine stuff. Let's get back in the game. Roll the year with vengeance on. The king is a sitting duck. Roll the dice. Yeah. Yeah, my king was on the left. So my king was slightly defended. All right. Let's get another. Hey, Tulip, the games have been pretty good. They've been kind of crazy, but they've been fun. They've been really fun. Learned getting some unique opening positions. All right, you can.
対局開始
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. We have each beaten each other
嬉野
once.
流
It's the rubber match, as they say.
1
Oh, I think I lost.
1
I think I lost to this. Oh, why did I do that? That's not what I wanted to do. I lost to this player in a
取り差し
I lost in a
1
Koshiro trap.
2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1
Wow.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 1 2 3 4 わらわの相手ではなかったようじゃ
Yeah. Yeah. It comes quick. Comes quick. I think that's how I felt. I think that's how I felt in that game like 3 or 4 games ago. My position was worse. He could still play this. He could definitely still play this. It's going to be a brutal game, but yeah. All right. Did I track it?
Win. Current streak is 3 wins.
So that was one of the that was a Torizashi where I did not necessarily play my the quick engage. This was not a quick engage Torizashi. This was the yeah, it was a fast one. It's that double attack Torizashi against third file. It's yeah. Well, it's of course it's in third file, but it's tricky. I think that's tricky. I don't play it as much anymore because I think it's there are ways to sort of stifle that and make it a little more annoying. But maybe I should play it like that more. I think Urshinoryu Channel does something a little closer to that.
あなたが後手です
Dai Daiji.
対局開始
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉野流
Urshinoryu. Okay, we get another third file. Quick Ishida.
1
Oh, that's not what I want to do. That's
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6
I definitely don't like this one as much.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
I think I should have brought the silver up. That's what I should have done, not the pawn.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、
Wow.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
So I'm coming in now fast.
1、2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Oh no! Oh, wow, he missed it. He missed it. He missed. He sort of missed it.
1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、
Sake, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake.
1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2。
Okay. We're looking good now.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Oof.
1、
Oh, interesting.
3、4、
Wow.
5、6、7、8、9。
That's nice. That's nice.
1、2。 1、2、3、4、5、6。
Okay. Oof. ありがとうございました。
将棋が強くて尊敬しちゃいます。
Another slugfest, another messy slugfest,
Current streak is 4 wins.
another messy slugfest. I don't know what to think about that one. I do want to look at that 1 point. So, well, not that 1 point, but What am I doing here? Should I come up? No, because I'm gonna lose the tempo, right? So if I come up, he takes, I promote, he comes back. How bad in trouble am I? How badly am I in trouble? Like, this is not good, right? This is not good. Let's do it.
任せろ。
78と
All right, it is.
後手
It
優勢で
is.
す。
You know, I didn't do it. Obviously, I didn't do it. I wanted to. And this is exactly as I drew out. Okay, I did the pawn. I did the pawn. But now, whoa! He can't do this? Oh, boy, if he does that... Ah. So if he runs... I promote? No, because he can take. Ah, he cannot take back. He cannot take back. If he takes back, I get the fork. Boy, that still seems awfully scary. I mean, I guess that's a 75% game. It doesn't have to be not scary. It's still scary. Okay. Let's get some more.
あなたが先手です。対局開
Last
始。
game's played. よろしくお願いします。
嬉野流。
嬉野流。
1、
Another one. Another one.
1、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、1、2、
That's very strong.
1、1、
What?
2、3、4、5、6、7。
ありがとうございました。
リーズもドラドラ、満貫です。
Boy, gotten some. It's a tough day today. I mean, I started out, I think, with 3 losses in a row, because there's something in the air. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. There's something in the air. I'm not sure if I don't think I tracked that.
Win. Current streak is 5 wins.
Did I track it? I'm not sure. This is 5 wins, but I don't know if I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Oops. Got to do some bookkeeping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 losses. So 8 and 5. So it's not 9 and 5. It is not 9 and 5. It's 8 and 5. I just saw 81 Dojo popped up. 81 Dojo. Should we play some 10-second games on 81 Dojo? I'm playing crazy, playing all right. Maybe I can get a win against to Lucky, the 7 Dan. No one's asking for 10-second games. Let me just quickly switch the scene over here. One thing I've got to do on this layout, I've got to change the height. You know, this video camera is so this is so small. It's just to fit in the board as if it's slotted in. You know, I do it so that it looks like it's sort of slotted in. You know, right over here. But it's so small and it's low. So, I've noticed that when I play on 81 Dojo, like a lot of times you get the half face. I mean, one thing I can do is just not lean in as much, but that's easier said than done. All right. Let's try. Let's wait for a test in the game while we have the Shogi Wars music going in the background. Let's see. See if I can parlay this into some Shogi Wars wins. Okay, 7 Dan. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. The 7 Dans, they love to challenge idiots like me at 10 second. Another third pile today. Okay, so we're gonna see, I'm guessing we're gonna see the pawn and then the silver out, or something like it. I don't think we usually get Torizashi against the super high level players. Nope, we are gonna get it. We are gonna get it. Let's see if this 7 Dan knows how to deal with this. My quick engage. He does. Alright. Alright. This is basically the position I play every week at the club on Sundays. Yeah, I'm still working at ways to make it to make it work. You know, it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough. Yeah. Comes up and he's gonna come back. Yeah, he'll push this pawn. Let's get this guy.
3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4
So the bishop is...
6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6
I'm kind of out of... I'm out of ideas right now. So now I'm kind of stuck here.
3 4 5 1 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7
Yeah.
3 4 5
Nice, nice. Yeah, I was gonna push this, but
4 5 6 7
come up here.
8
Oh no 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 no.
5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6
Silver comes up.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Let's relocate our silver up.
3 4
Ah.
1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6
Dang.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2
I don't think I like that so much.
5
I don't think I hate it, but it's
8 1
ah.
2 3 4 5 1 2 3
Yeah.
4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1
Wow.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I think I'm still all right. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh, it's hanging. Oh no.
1 2
Oh.
4 5
That was a great game until that. Oh. Oh boy. So this is I don't know if it comes across, but I really like playing that. I really like playing those games because not because, but you know, I'm so familiar with those positions that it feels good. I thought I was doing all right. I really thought I was doing all right there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I was good. Like I don't think it was better. I think it was probably even for most of that. Potentially a little bit up once I got my rook up. But that was a real creative way to get my silver out of there. And not such that I hang it, but such that he maneuvered it around so that I couldn't just take that pawn. Really nice. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less than from a 7-dan, but Yeah, so I'm Sente here. Doesn't like that as much. Doesn't like that as much. Yeah. Okay, keep castling the king, maybe. Maybe bring the rook back. Bring the rook back. Keep castling the king. Get the gold. Yeah, get the gold. The bishop up. Some ideas. Yeah. Wow. This is funny. He's slow. It's like it's slowly bleeding me out. It's at minus 3.3 now. It's just like every move is slightly worse. This is much worse. Wow. Oh, so he missed it. He missed it. Even a 7-dan can miss the ideas. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tough. Tough. Yeah, I've faced this before. Okay. Okay. Well done. So I was bad. Well, no. So he missed that. He didn't play that. I covered it. I came up. So it's at minus 1.9 now. Why does he why would I do this? My cursor's getting real slow. Okay. Fascinating. Wow. That's a real tricky. Okay. Alright, I'm pleased. That was fun. That was real fun. That was awesome. I'm so unused to someone staying. Confirmation is important. What do you mean by confirmation? By the way, Borden, what does that mean you're turning on the all 4-1? What does that mean? I thought I knew what it meant, and then I realized, no, I don't know what it means. Measure once, cut twice. For me, it's more like measure briefly once, and then just keep cutting. Just keep cutting until there's nothing else to cut. Do I recall their hit, I swear? Is it? Well, I'm not going to sing it. I'm not going to sing it. It's like, I swear by the stars and the moon in the night or something like that. I swear. Is that it? It's like, I swear by the moon and the stars in the night. I dropped an F-bomb. Oh, I did? Oh, sorry. Apologies. Not this game. I don't think this game. Right? It would have been the previous game. This game was just sort of joy and terror. There wasn't. I don't think there was any anger. Yeah. Okay, 2 or 3 games ago. Okay. If I'm thinking of the right one, I think I actually won that game. That was the. I was going to say that was the quick Ishida, but like that would narrow it down to the past 6 games or so. All right, this is as good a break time as any. So let's look at WSL. Let's see what's happened in WSL. Very little has happened in WSL since the last time. Lucy Skyduthi with a 0-0. I believe this is this is round 4. Okay, so round 5 has not. There have been no round 5s yet. What's happening? What's coming? Who's playing this weekend? We've got some Polish games. Two different Polish teams. Let's take a break here. Let's look at the ESC WOSC. Let's look at the players and the brackets. I think they're available. I'm gonna start here. I'll start here, but I think there's a Google spreadsheet somewhere. I'm gonna start here, and then if we can't find it, we'll do some. I'll search a little bit more. So, just a reminder to everyone who might not know, this is the European Shogi Championship / the World Open Shogi Championship, I believe. Oh yeah, it says right here, European Shogi Championship and World Open Shogi Championship. They are usually played, and as far as I know, they have always been played at the same time in Europe. The location rotates, but this year is in Poland. And I'm not going to try to pronounce this game. Ross something. Let's actually see. Let's copy this and see. Let's pronounce this. How do you pronounce it?
Wrocław.
Wrocław? Let's go into Wikipedia. Let's see if they have a pronunciation. Where's the where's the Polish for meeting place? Wrocław? I'm not finding a pronunciation. I'm just gonna say pronounce Wrocław. Wrocław. So let's listen here.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of the city in Poland. How do you say it correctly? In English it is said as Wrocław. Wrocław. Easy. Wrocław.
Wrocław.
No.
Wrocław. Okay. So this is an educational channel. Usually usually that's why I went to Wikipedia. Is that I'm so used to it being there. Wrocław. I mean, obviously, it's Wrocław. I mean, how else could you pronounce this? But anyway, ESC in WSC is held every year. It's in a rotating location, and this year it is held in Wrocław, Poland. And there are a lot of players, a lot of very strong players are registered. The O word on the next line looks fun. It does. It does. This is going to be Polish pronunciation day. All right, so my machine is struggling. I'm just going to quit Shogi Wars a bit here. So we get this out of here, just to lower my CPU utilization a bit. And let's see if we can copy this. It's not making it easy to copy. Does this open in Maps? It doesn't open in Maps.Google. So let's take the... It won't let me copy it? Gosh, look at how slow my copy is. So I'm going to have to I'm going to guess reboot my machine after this, but okay, let's do it.
Liceum ogólnokształcące.
Ah, okay.
Liceum ogólnokształcące. Liceum ogólnokształcące.
Okay. I'm not going to get that one. I'm not going to get that one. I can't hear it. I can't hear it. It's funny because in English is my understanding is there's a lot of similarities. My machine is struggling here. My machine is struggling. Let's see, am I dropping frames? Hopefully it's still coming through. Let me close off this as well. And so at school, when I'd be hearing, when we'd be studying Russian, we're in there was a building that had more language classes than others, and the Polish students would be next door, and I'd be able to make out some of the stuff that they're saying. The building was some sort of public meeting space. I bet it's going to be so awesome. But anyway, so the ESC there are two tournaments. The ESC, which is I didn't know this, that it's the 32 best European players. I didn't know. I thought it was. I didn't think there was a cap at the number of players, but that makes sense because it is my understanding is it's a single elimination tournament. Okay, here's the printable rules. It's Team Tournament Blitz ESC, exclusive tournament for European players, 32 registered European players with the highest FISA ELO, 5 rounds, single elimination tournament. So it's crazy. And I think once you get knocked out, then you focus on the WOSC, which is the tournament that's open to everybody. This is the tournament I Dream of Shogi played last year. I believe Koshiro will be there this year. You don't have to be European. But if you are European and you're one of the top 32, you play in this killer tournament. This absolutely killer single elim tournament. I think the current champion, Telmarch, who is ladies professional Carolina's husband, I think he's won 17 times before. Now, I'm exaggerating, but he's won a lot. I want to say 6 or 7 times. I don't know if that's the most of anyone ever winning in Europe, but he's won a lot of tournaments. But there's some added, I don't want to say drama. It's not drama like in the chess drama. It's added intrigue that this year's ESC is going to have sort of technically 3 reigning champions, because there's going to be, I apologize, I cannot remember his name. I can't remember Carolina's husband's name. My brain is bad enough when it's on stream. But anyway, Telmarch is his username. My understanding is he's great at every single game. He's one of those very annoying people who is great at every single game. Thank you, Adrian Shogi. Hey, how are you? Jean 14. The ESC rounds double count as WOSC games. Oh, that's a nice way to do it. Interesting. It's tough because you play, a very strong player, but I guess the brackets work out. So anyway, he is the defending champion. He's going to be there, and the person who won 2 years ago is going to be there, I guess, and the person who won 3 years ago is going to be there. But all three of them have not lost since their last victory. So, the person who won the previous year to last did not play in the last year's tournament. The one who won 3 years ago has not played the past 2 years' tournaments. So my understanding is that we have basically 3 defending champions out there, and they're all killers, and they're all incredibly strong players. And Koshiro's going to be there. Obviously I'm going to be cheering for Koshiro, but Koshiro will be there, and I'll be cheering for Melkor as well. Melkor will be there, even though he's a young man. I think just like I sort of get defeated sometimes, he gets into his head too much. I think he gets into his head, convinced that he's going to lose in the second round because he always loses in the second round, something like that. Any info about live coverage? I don't know. My understanding is that there is going to be some live coverage, but I don't remember in the Shogi Harbor Discord. There is that channel that what is it called? It is called ESC-WOSC. Well, it's actually called Fire-ESC-WOSC-2025. And I'm sort of I live vicariously through those kinds of threads. And someone in there, ET Party, if I'm not mistaken, has been doing a great job over the past few days of trying to get the hype going and giving factoids about the event. And so I really appreciate that stuff. As someone who in his own small way is sometimes trying to bring some hype to things, like when the US Shogi Championship was here, just trying to get people interested in it. It seems like ET Party is doing the same for the ESC. I don't know who this is. I don't know what his or her role is in the event. I don't know how, if ET Party plays, how good. I don't know anything about this person. But I know that he or she is doing this, giving this detail in that channel. And I think there was a mention of what is going to happen with coverage, but I don't remember the answer. So hopefully there is, because I would love to watch it. You met him last year. Okay. Is he a player? I mean, of course he's a player. You're probably not going to be in the shogi world if you're not a player. But it seems like there is a huge number of these FISA, that's the European Shogi Association. It seems like there is a huge number of these 3-dans out there. So they have a tough tournament. Oh, and he's 2 to 3 dan. Yeah, I don't know if 2 to 3 dan that sort of that is that the level that you can get at if you play a lot and you think about the game, you're trying, but you don't have to go nuts to reach that. Is that sort of that? It's that level. I don't know what level what the similar level would be in chess. Based on, I would guess that it's something like the 16 to 1700 range, where this is a good player. Maybe even 1800. This is a very good player, and they think about the game, they play the game a lot. They're really good, but they're not going to dedicate their life to getting better. And so you'll sort of plateau at this level. Is 2 to 3 Dan that level? I wonder. Either way, Europe has a ton of these strong players. I think right now, this event has 100 players registered, which would be amazing. You know, the U.S. Shogi Championships, the past 2 have been in the 40 range. So 40 to, I don't know how many this year had, 42, 43. And the previous year, I believe, had 40. So, you know, we're in the 40s, but, well, Todovsky, so that's a question. Is there any such level where you're not going to try to improve? So, I mean, that's the question. And, you know, I am not there, and especially in chess, but it seems like there is a level where a lot of people hit it, and sure, they're going to try to improve. You know, because they enjoy it. You know, because you enjoy playing. So you're going to try to think about the game. You're going to try to study your openings. You're going to try to do your puzzles. But there's a level at which, and I don't remember which grandmaster was expressing this sentiment, so I apologize for that. But there was a grandmaster who was saying that there comes a level where you have to start doing the dirty work, or you have to start doing a lot of work that you're not going to enjoy. Obviously, some people will be able to get higher than others, but I wonder if there's this average, you know, the average high point. I guess what I'm trying to express is, it seems like there is an average high point that people will reach, and they won't be able to, ratings-wise, surpass without making a major commitment. Like, they might become better players. No doubt. Like, as you get on, you start playing, you might get better, but you may not be able to take that next step to 3 Dan or to 4 Dan. Like, that there's, and I know Go players have said the same thing, is that the difference in those bands becomes somewhat larger as you get bigger, as you get higher. So the difference between obviously, the difference between a 3 Dan and a 4 Dan is massive compared to the difference between a 9Q and an 8Q. So it's, you know, not only do the bars between get higher or steeper, you know, the difficulty curve gets steeper to rank up. Yeah. You have to chew some glass. I think that's a good way to play it, to say it. I don't know if that's if is that something that shogi people say? Todovsky, yeah. Location is huge. Location, obviously. So if you're able to play at a shogi center in Japan 5 times a week, 4 times a week, even 3 times a week, you can get there. You would imagine any amateur could do what Gotanda has done with effort. Who's Gotanda? Oh, it's an Elon quote. Ah, interesting. I like that. I like that quote. But studying on your own, yeah, that's studying on your own, just online. Oh, a VTuber streamer. I see. It goes back into that discussion of, and this is a common discussion on chess podcasts, but some educators will say everyone without a learning disability, and some sort of asterisk up next to them. Most people, he'll say, anyone can become 2000. He'll say. Some people will say anyone can become a national master. That seems, I don't know. But everyone has the mental capacity to do this. Whether or not they have the willpower and the determination is another thing. Which I guess, to me, makes that argument moot. Or it makes that argument kind of meaningless. If someone says, yeah, everyone can become a national master, maybe that's technically true. But there are skills that humans have beyond just mental calculation, like determination, focus. Like, that's a skill. I believe that's a skill. As someone who is generally as someone who generally considers himself untalented at things, one of the things that I hold as one of my strengths is determination, willingness to work, all these kind of things that in that discussion of Fabiano Caruana not being talented, like those are the things that they kept using to say, well, is it a talent to work hard? Why is that not a talent? Hello, konnichiwa. This is Yoshi. Is this Yoshino? Yoshino. Let me try to pronounce this. Oh no, Yojino. G, not she. Yojino Bori. Yojino Bori XP. Climbing XP? Yeah, so you agree. Yeah, it's 100% a skill. I definitely think it is. Because there are a lot of people who are brilliant, but they don't work hard, or they don't care as much. And but anyway, it's amazing to me. It's one of your weakest skills, you think? I mean, I don't know you that well, but it sure doesn't seem, especially in the shogi world, of the people that I see doing stuff, you're at the top of my list of people working and trying, and I still want to see Shogi Craft succeed. I still want that to go. And yeah, I'd love to see that. But anyway. So this tournament will happen. What is their time? What is their timer? In Europe, they play slow games. So what is the clock? Maybe the clock will be a decision they make once they have the final brackets. Oh no. Okay, WOSC, 45 minutes with 40 seconds. Ooh, they're taking our California Byoyomi. Look at this. California Byoyomi for the win. California Byoyomi is taking over the world. I don't know if 40-second Byoyomi is California. I've been calling it California Byoyomi for the past 2 years. I think of it as California Byoyomi. This is the first time I'm seeing anyone else do it, but maybe it's popular in Japan as well. I like it. I definitely like it. The Blitz tournament is going to be incredible. 8 minutes Kiramake. ESC, it doesn't mention their time. I assume it's 45 plus 40 also, especially if those games count for WOSC. You ditch things a lot. Well, there's nothing wrong with ditching things a lot. Like, that's sometimes how ideas get built, or that's how sometimes you get experience, at least as far as I'm concerned. You do things, not everything has to see the end. Not everything has to see the end. Sometimes it's more important the learning you get from it. I think, what do I know? But yeah, so there's this. This does not have the list of players. I can't even imagine playing a 45 plus 40 game. Honestly, I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would manage my clock. I'm sure, obviously, I'd get used to it. That's almost like the untimed games that I play on Sundays. So if we play, our longest game I think that we've ever played, untimed, was between 2 hours and 15 minutes and 2 hours and 30 minutes. And yeah. So that is longer than this. That's about this. So 45 minutes, that's an hour and a half. That's an hour if both players are thinking to get to Byoyomi, that's an hour and a half. And then you have a bunch of moves of Byoyomi. Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot of time. I think there is one. Shogi. I'm not finding it yet. So that's what I was looking for. That's why I came here, is to see if there was the list. I'm pretty sure. Here, check the players list. Okay, here's that Google Doc. So we have the list. This is ordered by rating. Interesting. Ordered by rating. What is website? I'm not sure what these tabs are, but anyway. Arkush 1? Is that just... Okay, anyway. Casey Nishimoto. This is a Japanese player who's going to be there. I don't know this person. Wait, so let's first look at the how many players are in this. 103 players right now. No, not 103. 102. 102 players. Okay, so how are we going to pronounce this L? The slashed L. Mikau? Is that like a ow sound? Mikau? Who is this coming from Colombia? What is the username? Koshiro's not in here. Wait a minute, Koshiro's not in here? I would imagine he'd be 0 elo. Unless he's played another event. Okay, so let's... So now I want to see how many players are into 2 Dan. So Europe has... Weird. Okay, so there's a mix here. These... Okay, so maybe it's not sorted on Dan. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, they have a lot of players. The 2-Dan stuff goes to number 40. There's some non-2-Dans mixed in there. But that is a lot of strong players. I mean, that's... Is this a stronger tournament than U.S. Shogi Championship? I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. The Pokemon name. Not Empoleon. Umbreon. Umbreon is going to be there. some caution is warranted in this, in me showing it or them. So that, the thing is, these are all like, this is, this is a public page. Okay, so I see Melkor. Melkor is only 3 Dan for now. He'll promote this year. He'll promote this year. God, these are just killers in here. How amazing is this tournament going to be? Is Thomas Foppel the Urashino Ryu player? There was an Urashino Ryu player at ISF who I believed was named Thomas. Oh, this doesn't make sense. Okay, so this 1Q is a mistake for Levan Gurganidze. This is he's in 81 Dojo all the time. Is he playing now? I don't see it. What is his name? Is it just Gurgan? I don't remember his name or his username. So they're boy. Last year's runner-up is 27th on the list by rating. I was glad to see him do well. He's an older gentleman. You know, I'm cheering for the matures. I'm cheering for us, you know, old guys. Okay, wow. I wish I could get the breakdown by country. Like, how many of these are Belarus? I assume there's going to be a lot of Poland, especially at the lower levels. Like I noticed at the US Shogi Championship, there were a lot of the lower level players were local Bay Area people. You know, because obviously it's easier to get to the event, so you're going to go. And you know, if you're lower level, you're probably not going to travel as much. I'm seeing a bunch of Polands. Man, 102 players. It's going to be incredible. Wait, so is Koshiro in here? I'm not seeing him in this list. My understanding is he sort of has at least partial payment for travel to go to this because he won that Shogi Harbor event. And I know he's said he's going. I don't see any US players either. Sergei Shipkin, that's a UK player? Okay, so is SK not South Korea? Oh, okay, yeah, the list is not exhaustive. Well, that's what's amazing. That's what's amazing. If they do have at the site day of registrations, that means that they're going to have more than 102 players. That's mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. I can't wait to see the photos. I can't wait to see the photos and videos. So is I guess we could see later. Like, I don't know. I hope they have a stream. I hope they have a stream. You know, I'm still disappointed and mildly bitter that the US Shogi Championship stream didn't get more viewers. You know, I acknowledge that we didn't have sound. I acknowledge that we didn't have sound. But the lack of attention that we got really, it wasn't even my stream. You know, it wasn't even my stream. It was the effort of other people. And it still hurts. It still hurts. So, I don't know. I hope if they stream, they get more viewers and more interest. I'll certainly be trying to hype it up and watch as much as I can. But I don't know. We'll see if they do. We'll see if they do. It's going to depend on bandwidth at the site. It's going to depend on a whole lot of things. But yeah, I'm looking through again. I'm not seeing any US. Interesting. All right. So what else is? That's it. Okay. Oh man. Event promotion is tricky, but it's tricky. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. But we had a few people during that US Shogi Championship trying to put out messages to Shogi promotion and things like that. And no one was even giving them like thumbs ups or likes. Jack-o'-lantern would post something and it would just be crickets. Or I would post something and it would be crickets. Or I don't remember who else was posting. And even in our local, we have a local Bay Area Discord. Like the Silicon Valley Discord. I remember posting something cheering on Noah or something like that. And it just didn't even get it. It just didn't. I don't want to whine. I don't want to whine. I'm just disappointed by the lack of support that some people show these events and this work that other people are doing. But meanwhile, this weekend, that same club is trying to help out at a new. There's an event this Saturday at a board game store. The board game store is holding an event for to learn shogi, and I think 5 people have registered. Five players have registered to learn the game. And 7 people from the club have registered to teach or to help. And, it's nice. It's nice. And not everyone needs to promote the game, but there's more to shogi promotion than teaching people how the pieces move. I don't want to get too deep and too I don't want to steal my podcast ideas either. but there's more to the game than just getting beginners. There's more to the game than getting someone to look at the game for 5 seconds before they bounce off. There's so little effort, it seems like, in the shogi community to retain people, to improve people, to support actual players. And it's weird to me. It's just very strange to me. I don't know why that is. it's well, anyway. Todaf, you say when Chess24 got acquired, you stressed the Elite Chess team the need to strengthen the broadcast portal. Oh, so that's amazing. So the Elite Chess broadcasts, I have been a huge fan of the broadcast since it was lame. Even when it was lame, I thought it was great. And the amount that it has improved in the past couple of years, I think I lost interest in Elite Chess stuff when they started going against the US Chess and against St. Louis Chess. I'm not here for the politics. So that turned me off of Elite Chess tremendously, and I've almost never gone back to their broadcasts. But the Elite Chess broadcast feature is incredible. And to me, the stuff I was watching on Elite Chess a year or two ago on their broadcast is still way better than chess.com does, even today. Chess.com's events page is at best a mess. And they've got resources don't matter. It depends on your quality of your developers. People always say, well, they have more resources. Resources don't matter if you don't have the best people. And sometimes you cannot just get the best people with some money. And sometimes you don't know, if you're not the best people, you don't know who the best people are. So no matter how much money you have, you might not be able to get the best people because you don't know who the best people are. So, I think chess.com may just have some staff that aren't as good as some of the others out there. That events page, they've improved it. It's just not so great. You think Zuckerberg agrees with you? I don't know if this is a reference to the OpenAI, the $100 million signing bonus things, but if it is, I'm here for it. I'm not going to lie. I started putting out my feelers as soon as I saw that people were getting $100 million for AI. I started putting out some of my feelers, seeing what? Do you want anyone else? You want anyone else? I'll learn as much as anyone in the AI field in a short amount of time. I think we're just going to be in that we're going to be in that gold rush. All the vultures are going to start coming in, and if they're not already there, until it runs out, until the money goes dry. And I was thinking, maybe I should get in there. I like what I'm doing. I love streaming shogi. I love this stuff. But if I can pretend to do work for $50 million a year, hey, sure. The Jinro Super Special lunch still looks awesome. I'm not sure what that is. You say chess.com is basically a monopoly and would do better if it had to compete with Chess24 and play Magnus. So I'm not sure if I agree with that. I am not sure if I agree with that. On two notes, I'm not sure if I agree. I'm not sure that I agree with that they're a monopoly. But I'm not sure that even if I grant that they're a monopoly, I'm not sure that they would do better as a non-monopoly. It's possible that they just don't have the staff or ability to do some of these things. Software is tough. Software, as most of the people, I think a lot of the people in the channel know, software is very difficult. And to make great software, you need more than just resources. You need more than just, you even need more than just good developers. You need a structure that will let them be good. Some of the best people in the world, they're just putting roadblocks in their place. There's a lot of things, in the way. Maybe chess.com is real, maybe they're real risk averse. Chess.com doesn't feel like a risk averse company to me, But when I look at that events page, I think something is not right at that company. Something is not right there. You know, for everything I know, they are making money hand over fist. They have plenty of money. They have plenty of mind share such that great developers would want to work there. Say what you will about Lichess. You know, Lichess is incredible, but I think you'd be able to find people who are great at software development who would love to work on the challenges that chess.com provides. You know, especially if they're going to pay. But I get the sense, honestly, based on you learn over the decades in the industry, you learn to read between the lines of the kind of environment that chess.com has as their development environment and the kind of people that they're looking for. I still think they seem to be one of those companies that's trying to be very cheap in who they hire, and they don't know how to hire. So this is me making hot takes on stuff that I don't have much insight in. Like, I don't have much insight into their company, but when I see their software and I see their pages and I see the types of job recs that they put out there, because I've looked, you know, and I you know, in the past I thought, you know what, you know, I'm happy at Apple, you know, when I was working, you know, I'm happy. But, you know, maybe I'll take a pay cut and I'll go work at chess.com on some of these interesting things. And I looked at the way they're hiring. It looks like they're just trying to hire cheap people. It looks like they're just trying to hire with no political anything, no political statements. It looked to me like they're just trying to hire cheap offshore labor that they can hope do some of the stuff they want. That's what it seemed like to me, based on their job. This is going back a few years ago. Job recs and job, you know, the types of positions they're offering and the type of work that I see coming out of chess.com. Yeah. So yeah, they have the budget of 100 to 1,000. Yeah, they maybe more than 1,000. The budget Lichess has, maybe. And the results pale. And so that tells me that it's a systemic problem. It's a hiring problem, or it's a culture problem, or it's a people problem, and a luck problem. Because, you know, honestly, a lot of these companies, sometimes it's luck who you hire. Who becomes that tech lead at your company? Who becomes that technical leader that is going to know who to hire, that's going to know what to focus on? You know, chess.com, you know, they're created by, you know, a couple people who are not like, they weren't created by tech gods. You know, they're created by entrepreneurs. It was created by them, and maybe they just never happened upon that right tech leader, or that right person who understands these things. I mean, they've done, like, maybe they didn't need to. You know, maybe the goal, you know, if the goal is just to keep the money going, you know, great. And it seems like maybe that is it. So they have done over the years the bare minimum of spend in order to get massive penetration. You know, they you know, I'm not willing to call them a monopoly, but let's just say they own the market. You know, they own the market. They have all the mind share, and they've done a great job. So company-wise, you know, they're a success. But you know, whether or not that will continue, who knows? You know, who knows? But their software is not great. It's not great. It's better than it used to be, but it is not great. It's very tedious to me. It's very tedious to use chess.com for most things other than puzzles or playing. Like, the events page is rough. You know, their internet forums, which are honestly could be a really nice resource. They feel like they're back in the 90s, you know, in terms of their internet, their discussion pages. I have not seen the Karpathy, or however that's pronounced, videos. I have not. But yeah, it's funny. It's really funny. I think the message they keep around chess.com, chess24 and play 20. Yeah, they couldn't do that. This is now, I've listened to some podcasts where Danny Wrench was explaining this, and obviously you have to take these things with a grain of salt, but I believe what he said. I think they made those statements before they realized how difficult it would be. I bet, as much of a technical poop show, I won't use a swear word. As much of a technical poop show that I imagine chess.com is, chess24 was probably the pits. Chess24 was probably the absolute pits in terms of technical setup. And they probably were running on a string and a prayer, or on a shoestring and a bunch of wires hooking up the old style. What are those phones where you'd have a cup connected with two wires? Chess24, my guess is that Chess24 was just a technical pit. And you said it worked great. I disagree. Chess24 is one of the worst sites that I have ever used. Like, Chess24 was miserable in my opinion. And it sounds like that's some of the excuse, is that the technical debt that Chess24 took on became extremely difficult to manage. And I'm paraphrasing Danny Wrench. And based on how I saw Chess24 operate, that to me sounds reasonable. Like that sounds like a reasonable thing. Like, I know plenty of people, this is at Apple as well, where you make an acquisition and you're thinking like, this is going to be the foundation for this other thing, and you have people who are not necessarily the greatest technical leaders making these decisions. So you acquire this company, and then you get their tech, and then you very soon realize that this tech is dead end. This is like, this can't work. This can't work at our scale. This can't work. Can't change it. All that kind of stuff. And that's my guess that Chess24 was. I bet that thing just couldn't scale. They never had to deal with the scale. They never had to deal even with Lee Chess scale, let alone chess.com scale. As someone who has done a lot of work in scaling, massive internet services, there is a big difference between Chess24 scale and Lee Chess scale, and there's an even bigger difference between the Lee Chess scale and the chess.com scale. So when I see people, when chess.com has an outage or a technical issue, and I see people from the sidelines, the Lee Chess peanut gallery poking fun at chess.com. I mean, yeah, I get it. I get, you want to make fun of your competition. You don't like them. Ha, they're making mistakes. They're having trouble. But Lee Chess has had outages before, and Lee Chess, you can't even compare the scale. You can't even compare the scale. Publishing chess moves in tournaments could scale using a CDN. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of ways to scale things, but all I'm saying is that scale is hard. Scale is very difficult. That's why a lot of places can't do it. So the fact that chess.com has at least scaled does tell me that they have someone there who has some sort of clue. They do have some people, but I'm going to guess that the majority of their staff is just not very good, program wise and vision wise. Because that events page is kind of horrible. Yeah, Like, it wouldn't surprise me if it was like Chess 24. It wouldn't surprise me if Chess 24 was like this content management engine on top of Python. Not to dismiss Python, but like, you see a lot of these small startups, and they come up, and they've got their services are all on Python, and they've got some homegrown Python stuff that's just held together with duct tape, and then a big team acquires them, and then it's like, oh, we can't use any of that. Yeah, I remember the crashing for the Lichess tournament, the Agad Mator Bitcoin tournament. I don't know when that was. That was a few years ago. And people are there's so much, what is it, Schadenfreude. There's so many people out there, and maybe it was always like this. So maybe it's old man shaking fist, but like, there's so many people out there who take glee in Lichess struggling to do that tournament. Or they take glee whenever chess.com starts giving the, what do they do? Is it 502s or is it 503? I don't remember what their page is. Is it 503s? You can't log in. I'm not sure. But people, and maybe it's just the vocal minority, but people take so much pleasure in someone else's work failing. And I don't get it. As someone who's, competitive and opinionated and all these kind of good things, good things. I don't get that. So when Lichess was going down, I'm thinking, oh man, because I know what it's like to be in the pits when things are on fire and you're working 24/7 trying to get things back. So it's like, oh man, I know what those Lichess admins and developers are going through right now. It's not fun. I hope they get through it. And same thing with the chess.com people. But these things are hard. There will be outages. And people are just not, they're so quick to judge. They're so quick to jump on. And I don't get it. I think there's just a lot of anger out there. There's just a lot of anger and jealousy and hopelessness, like acquired or there's this acquired hopelessness that so many people have out there, that they just want to see everything burn. They just want to see everything go down. They just want to feel glee at someone else's misfortune, especially if that other person has done something. It's like, it's very easy to take pot shots at people who've done things in their lives. And, from the sidelines of anonymity and it's rough. It's rough. Yeah. Sometimes I just have to stop. I have to stop the Twitter. There's some of these people, like especially in the chess, I don't get that many things recommended to me that are either in chess. But it seems like the stuff that I get recommended in Twitter, it's like these haters. It's these haters where I'm guessing they must make money. They're influencers. There's this one influencer in particular that seems to have, I don't know what kind of living they make on Twitter, with engagement dollars, but they're just constantly against Magnus Carlsen. Just constantly against Magnus, constantly on making hot takes against the norm, constantly just being different, and people suck it up, and people eat it up, and it's just, is that what has to be done? Is that why Shogi has no momentum in the West? Do we not have enough people who are nasty? Like, is that it? You say, Todesky, it's great when chess.com staff brag about having the greatest cheat detection, how many cheaters they ban, they make public spectacles. These are obvious, but they slow to act on obvious cases. I was always on teamchess.com in terms of the cheat detection and the work they're doing to stop cheating. I'm not sure what I think anymore. I haven't been thinking about it as much these days. I don't think they're so great at it. I know that they're closing accounts, but honestly, I am starting to think that it is not a solvable problem. I am honestly starting to think it's not a solvable problem for anyone. It's not a solvable problem at the highest levels. And I think even at the lower levels, it's almost not a solvable problem, because all the Kramnik stuff has shown that you can be a former world champion and you can still be absolutely wrong most of the time about this stuff. And it's really sad to read the Kramnik, any thread about Kramnik on Twitter or elsewhere. It's real sad to read them, because it brings out those people I was just talking about, the ones who just want to see the world burn. And this doesn't count for everybody, but I think most of his supporters, they're just angry people. They're just angry, hateful people who want to see everything burn down. And I don't understand how they don't get bored of it. Maybe they do get bored of it, and then more people take their place. Because I guess, like I said, there are reasons why these people are unhappy people. They don't have any skills of their own. They don't like to work hard. They're taught in school and on social media that they're owed things. I don't want to get into old man talk. I don't want to get into old man talk here, but I don't think the chess cheating thing can be solved. I am now in that camp. I don't know. With that in mind, I'm not sure where you go with that if you are chess.com, because obviously you have investors, you have a lot of money tied up in your events, you have a lot of money tied up in your service. So you want to at least show that you're trying hard to solve this problem. But it's not solvable, and a huge portion of the world or the population will not accept that it's not solvable. So I don't as far as I'm concerned, chess.com is between a rock and a hard place, because if they do a lot, they're going to get criticized. If they do nothing or little, they're going to be crucified. So they kind of have to pretend. Yeah, I dream of Shogi. It's easier to drag others down to your level than it is to rise up a level. 100%. And maybe it's always been this way, and just because of social media, all these people are more magnified. But I don't remember this mindset being so pervasive until really the past 10 years. It seems like this mindset is so pervasive. And just like cheating, I don't know how you can solve it or fix it. Maybe you can't. I don't know. You say they poison the entire ecosystem. Meaning chess.com, and Kramnik bothers to fight back. So I don't think Kramnik is fighting back against chess.com. I think he's just on his own little. I think he's a very sad person who the world has left behind, and he's trying to maintain his position in a world where he no longer has that position. You know, he's not able to believe that people are better at chess than he is. He's not willing to believe that people are learning chess differently now, or people are playing chess differently now. And so he just jumps to try to attack everything. You know, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Who am I? Who am I? You know, I'm nobody. And he's a former world champion, but you know, there's something driving him, and I don't know what it is, and it doesn't seem like anyone really knows what it is. It doesn't seem like it's the truth. It does not seem like it's the truth. I think we have enough evidence to point at to say he is not looking for the truth. But I don't know what else he could be looking for. You think this decade Lichess's detection system is efficient and scalable? I don't know. So I don't think this can be solved, but I don't think theirs is. You watch enough streams, you still see people cheating on Lichess. And the stakes are so much lower on Lichess. Too, you know, it's like the stakes are so much lower because cheating on Lichess doesn't get you the same clout that cheating on chess.com does. Either clout or money. So it's not even, so it's almost not even the same problem as far as I'm concerned. It's the same problem of cheat detection, but the risk, you know, the stakes of being right or wrong as Lichess are so much lower. And you say that Danny Gotham profit from drawing attention, so there's no incentive to solve the problem. That's a fair criticism. That's a fair criticism. There's more incentive to just keep the conversation going. Really, you know, going forever. And I agree with that. But I still think that even if they wanted to, even with the best intention, I want to believe that they used to have, and maybe they still do have the best intentions. I don't know. I just don't think they can solve it. I just don't think it can be done. The cheating is always going to be ahead of the game if they're online. I think the only way is really to get people in person. And even then, I think the days where in person is not going to be gameable are lowering. I think people will want to get what are the embedded electronics? They want to get I can't think of the word. But it's like people want to get these augmentations. That's another thing that I'm kind of amazed at. Like if you talk to enough tech people or whatever, and you know, maybe it's just tech people, but talk to some regular people about this stuff. Like they can't wait for these augmentations to have the AI in their head. And I'm like, this is a normal person. This is just a regular person who's not even a tech person who wants this stuff. And I don't get it. Well, you say if they had good intentions, they could copy Lichess's cheat detection code. That's the thing. I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer in that. I'm just not. I'm just not. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I still would think that chess.com's is better, but even if it's not, I just don't think it's a solvable problem. Yeah, Neuralink is that. Yeah, Neuralink, and that's the thing is, you know, a lot of these things like Neuralink, there's such promise for certain applications. And It's always like you see these great things about Neuralink. Oh, it's helping this blind person see. It's helping this person who can't move play chess. It's helping this person. It's like these are all great things, but you're riding into the future on these great things, but the end state is not great. It's like it's not quite a Trojan horse, but it's like I don't know how we got onto these topics, but it's like you're going to enslave everybody on the back of these good intentions, and you're going to ruin everything on the back of these good intentions. But I don't know. Maybe the reality is that that's just how life is, and if you're not the one making that progress, someone else is going to, and they're going to take you over, and you're out of luck anyway. I don't know. I don't know. And it's rough to think about. Not as much for me, because I only have a few decades left. But thinking about kids, what kind of world are they gonna have to grow up in? What kind of world am I? It's tough. But as of right now, I have only thought once in real life that someone could have been cheating. Only once in my life in shogi at the shogi tournament, and I don't think that they were, but only once has it even crossed my mind. So I'm going to take that meaning we have some time in shogi to continue to play where we don't have to quite worry about these things that the chess world has to worry about. I started laughing inside and then started chuckling externally, thinking about 81 Dojo trying to do some sort of cheat detection, or Shogi Club 24. What would that look like? What would that look like? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I still think we get a few new players every so often. You see a name pop up the ranks, and you look at their record and their games, and there was one that was extremely, to me, obvious, where every move the username became red. So every move. So I was just spectating games. Every move that it became red, which I believe means that you're in another tab. You're in another tab or in another window. You've lost focus, essentially, which is a cool feature that 81 Dojo has. That's a great feature. It's a great feature for making people like me paranoid. So it's like, if you want to make people paranoid, implement this feature. Yeah, I don't think that person ever was. I'll have to check after the stream. I think that account just stayed alive. I don't know, because there's really no one almost to even report to. It's really a shame. And it gets to that point, like in chess, like I've said this before, when playing correspondence games, sometimes the game ends, you win, you're feeling good, and then you begin the engine eval, and you're like, boy, I hope I made some mistakes. I hope how bad is that? The state of, and maybe it's just because I'm a weirdo, but like, how bad is the state of chess where I could win a game and my first thought after winning the game is, I hope I made some mistakes in that game. Like that's I think that stinks. And that's around when I did stop playing chess online. As I've said before, when my young nephew asked, like, as I won like a 10 move game perfectly against someone who blundered like on the 5th move. And it was an easy checkmate. So I had basically a perfect-ish game, like a 98 or 95 or whatever chess.com puts as a 95 or as a really good game. And so my nephew thought, like, asked, do you stockfish? Like, no. You don't need stockfish to beat someone who's, 800 elo and or 600 elo and blundered on the 5th move. So hopefully we don't get there in chess, in shogi, but I think it's a real problem in chess. Yeah. Anyway. 81 Dojo could also copy Lichess's code. Oh my gosh. No, they couldn't. And copying code is not the most straightforward thing to do. Even just copy and paste, like dragging code in an existing environment can be difficult. It's the glue sometimes that's tough. Tying systems together is sometimes tough. And we have different engines, we have different analysis. The site itself, you're gonna have to look at, I assume Lichess looks at things like mouse movements and tabs and tab outs and tab in, focus and stuff like that. That would all have to be rewritten for 81 Dojo. But even so, I don't think 81 Dojo would have the resources, like the system resources to run that. You're gonna have to you'd have to make an investment in CPU, in systems. But yeah, and like you say, there isn't a need. There's not much of a need because I am convinced we have cheaters on 81 Dojo, but in the end, does it matter? Probably not. We're all still gonna play. The game is still going to be fun. The risk is that some people who get cheated are going to quit shogi, and if they perceive that they've been cheated. And I guess it's a numbers game. Is that going to actually happen? This is interesting. So he got his silver trapped. How's he going to get out of this silver trap? Oh, okay. Okay. Mad Zen 47, good to see you. Am I too done on 81 Dojo? Yes. So don't look at 81 Dojo ratings. Todovsky is a way better player than I am. I don't have that many games played. So 81 and 69, nice. So I've got a nice number of losses. But when I'm off stream, I play pretty darn well. Yeah, Todovsky has been too down on 81 Dojo. And then there was that break. Yeah, there was that break that Todovsky took. But there is zero. Are you playing much on 81 Dojo, Todovsky? Because, the level you're playing at on Shogi Wars is at least 2 dan 81 Dojo. So I've been playing I've been playing awfully well for the past couple weeks. If I do say so myself, both on stream and off, and especially off stream, I'm having some good games, and my opponents are maybe not fighting as hard. So I think it's a combination of things. I think it's a combination of me playing well, and a combination of my opponents not playing so well. And luck. I could play the next 3 games like earlier this week on stream. I played a 2 dan player on 81 Dojo on stream, and I won that game. and I was kind of stunned because I was before the game. I was talking about how my ranking is not legit. It's it's not legit. Yada da da da. And then I played a great game against another 2 Dan who had been as high as 3 Dan. So it's like I can make big wins. And on 81 Dojo, you do not need many wins to rank up. So it's not like Shogi Wars where you've got to consistently perform. 81 Dojo, my sample size is very small, and I've been lucky. So I think you're going to have people on 81 Dojo that are higher than they should because of luck. You're going to have people that are lower than they should be because of luck. I fortunately, I think, got a little higher here. But it's funny. I showed this in the, I think I showed this in the Discord. I definitely sent it to Koshiro, but I sent the graphs. I sent the graph of the games that I won on 81 Dojo to rank up. And then I sent the graphs of the games that I played over the weekend against, he's an 81 Dojo 2 Dan. I'd say he's at least 3 Dan level strength, over the board. And these graphs were hilarious because they were both this, they were all the same. So I'm like again, I said, I feel like I'm playing well. So I got out in these games, I got out to nice advantages, on 81 Dojo. I got out to nice advantages over the board. So it's the same graph, like it's going up here. And then at some point, I make a blunder. I make a blunder that puts the advantage back in the opponent's side. On 81 Dojo, against the 1 and 2 Dans, they blundered back. And then I finish off the game. Against this other player, this at least 1 rank higher player, I make the blunder, same exact thing. And then you see the graph never recovers. He just wins it from there. And like that to me shows like the difference between these levels. But anyway, long story short, yeah, I did rank up and I feel pretty good about it, but I don't feel great about it. In this case, I did not, when I ranked up to Shodan, I gamed the system. I handpicked opponents that I thought I could beat. In this case, I was not trying to rank up to 2 Dan. I just thought, I thought in my mind, because I haven't been playing ranked on 81 Dojo in a long time. I was thinking, I think I'm playing really well right now. I think I'm playing well. Let me play some rated games. And the only filter that I was looking for opponents was I wanted to play players from Japan. So I wanted to, because I think that the Westerners, there's weird, I think the Westerners in the 1 Dan, 2 Dan range, it's a weird kind of mosh pit of ratings where some of them are underrated, some of them are overrated. So I thought I'm going to play someone from Japan with a reasonable number of games, and I'm going to play someone who doesn't have a win streak more than 15 games. So you might remember, or maybe you don't. In a previous stream, I talked about how I thought I used the win streak on 81 Dojo to detect sandbaggers, and I think having a win streak greater than 15 is potentially indicative of some sort of underrated behavior. Last weekend, Lady Cloche 3Q won again. That's one of those strange players on the Discord that seems to sometimes be very strong and sometimes not be very strong. So it's tough. Like this is exactly what I meant by why I wanted to play the Japanese players, because I think you have these pockets of rating that are with the Westerners where sometimes they only play certain people, so they may not rank up, they may not rank. Their ranking feels tough. And if you're a 1 Dan or a 2 Dan and you're playing someone who's 3Q, you're going to lose a lot of points and you're not going to gain many. So if they're actually Shodan strength and you're 2 Dan strength, you're risking a lot. Not that rating is everything, Not that rating is everything.
20秒1、2、
Earlier this week, you played the 10-second tournament on 81 Dojo. Oh, I didn't know there was one. That sounds fun. Those are not a rated tournament though, so fortunately you didn't lose any rating. But you were paired against the 81-0. Awesome. Your graphs are wildly erratic. In chess, you can win in any you usually can win any endgame, but in shogi it's much harder. Shogi is so volatile. Yeah, shogi is definitely more volatile, and so that's the thing with my rating on 81 Dojo. So I play so rarely rated on 81 Dojo that by the time I was playing, I was effectively sandbagging. So like when I was 5Q on 81 Dojo and I started playing, I think I was probably like 2Q level. And so I've always been slightly better than I've been playing until recently. And now recently, I think I've just gotten lucky. I honestly, I think I've just gotten lucky. I've been playing well, but I've gotten lucky. Where, my opponents, sometimes, it's funny, on 81 Dojo, some of these opponents, I don't know if they just don't take the game as seriously sometimes as people over the board would, but like, they don't fight. Like on Shogi Club 24, sometimes, I'll be up significantly and they're still fighting. But like, I'll play these 81 Dojo games versus a Shodan or something like that, and I'll get up, I'll get an advantage. And they don't make it difficult. They don't make it difficult to finish.
10秒
Mad Zen, you say, ooh, you thought 81 Dojo's ranking was more important or accurate. Well, so the importance, 81 Dojos used to be most important to me. But maybe it's like that, what is it? It's that, was it Groucho Marx? You don't want to be a club of anywhere. You don't want to be a club of anywhere where they'll have you. I think once I hit Shodan on 81 Dojo, in large part due to gaming the system, like I said, with who I played, by handpicking my opponents, it lost a lot of its importance to me. So I sort of hurt myself in a way by ranking up. So Shogi Wars right now is the only online site where the rating matters to me. And
20秒
because it's matchmaking, because I have no choice over my opponents. It's not perfect, obviously. You have to, there's Kishin, and it's not good time controls. So, I think I definitely think, as an older person, I'm better in slower time controls, like Shogi War, like Shogi Club 24 or 81 Dojo has. But right now, for me, the only rating that I care about in the world is Shogi
20
Wars.
秒 1、2
And so getting to Shodan on Shogi Wars will be very meaningful to me, if and when I do it.
10秒
Just to ask you, when you ranked up to Shodan on 81 Dojo, you couldn't believe you reached it. Yeah, I really had that set as a something I was very excited to someday get, and then until I actually got it, and it was kind of deflating because of how I got it. And Forward, you originally pushed to Shodan to participate in TTM.
20秒 1、2
That's interesting. Well, you say you pushed to it. What do you mean by pushed? Did you sort of game the system like I did, or you
10
just
秒
tried hard and fortunately made it? Shogi, you say people hate the pay to cheat feature, but when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Might as well tax some percentage of the cheating and put it towards improving the rest of the user experience. I think I think I've come around to that. I think I've come around to that thinking. I think I agree with you. Not 100%. Not 100%. But I do. I think I agree with you.
10秒
I don't know if it would ruin the feature by letting the opponent know that you've Kishined. But I do wish that I wish that would happen, so there wouldn't be as much of a doubt. So like, I wish I knew for certain whether or not someone was using Kishin, so I could Kishin back, or so that I don't have to be this paranoid person of being like, oh gosh, I reviewed this game and every move here, the next 5 moves were made in 1 second each. Was he cheating me? I don't know. If you admit that cheat detection is impossible, then the only way to do it is via economic incentive. Well, my guess is that Shogi Wars still has some cheating. My guess is that it still has some cheating, especially for 10 minutes. Their software is antiquated, so I think it'd be hard to build like some of those. So I've actually not even seen. I've not seen a demo of the chess.com cheat software, but I have an imagination, and I've written enough software that I can guess how it would work, how it would function. I don't know how you would do that with Shogi Wars because the tech is so antiquated. Like, how would you? You'd have to make a much more impressive cheating software to cheat on Shogi Wars, like for 3-minute and 10-second games. I think it's possible, but I think it'd be more impressive. But 10 minutes you can cheat just by plugging your moves into Pyo Shogi or you could probably have another tab open with Lee Shogi and popping stuff in. So it'd probably be really easy. Well, Todovsky, Fortune, you just played more. But the risk of playing more on 81 Dojo is that you fall down the pit. That's sort of why I'm afraid a bit to play on 81 Dojo. Because it's like, oh boy, if I lose 5 games, I could be back to 1Q. If I lose 5 games here in a row, I could be back to 1Q. But Todovsky, you played the opponent who won 100 consecutive games and you beat them. If they aren't using assistance, then who is? Well, I mean, Occam's Razor, you were using assistance. If you beat someone who's won 100 consecutive games, Occam's Razor states that you must have gotten the assistance. Who cares if you were streaming that game? That was the game that you streamed, if I'm not mistaken, and TransportPKMN was watching. That is the greatest part of being a streamer. Honestly, that is the greatest aspect for me of being a streamer, a shogi streamer. People will still accuse you in chess, but like, it's obvious. I'm not cheating. You could see my screen, you see my mouse, it's like you can be 99.9% confident that I am not cheating. That wouldn't stop Kramnik. That wouldn't stop Kramnik from accusing me. With any time the eye movements move over to the side. But like, I'm not aware yet of any software that would make it easy to bring Kifus into an engine or to make real-time positions into an engine. I'm sure they could exist. And just like, I'm convinced that some people on 81 Dojo cheat. So maybe they've written some sort of little plugins to do it, but I don't know. You suggest that Wars is for hyper-competitive players. I agree with that. Well, I think it's both. I think it's got a lot of casuals, but I do think it's hyper-competitive, almost to a fault. But it does make that rank up more important. To me, mentally to me. That's why, like, I think it will be to this day, I think the most meaningful shogi experience to me is still winning against a 3-dan at the US Shogi Championship in 2024. That was the most meaningful. The second most meaningful was getting 1Q in Shogi Wars on 10 minute. And the third most meaningful is earlier this year beating an 81 Dojo 3 Dan over the board as well. So like so those are the most meaningful things to me. The 81 Dojo rank up has sort of lost its meaning. But if I get to Shodan on Shogi Wars, I think that would skyrocket to be my number one most feel-good achievement. So in 2024, at the team tournament, I won against Shimoda-san. I had played him a number of times before and had never beaten him, but I won. I won that game. Arpan, good to see you. There are ways to cheat that cannot be beaten. You wrote a Chrome plugin that would show you what move to make in a pop-up. Even Blitz players cannot escape that. Yeah, so that's a kind of thing. So I think you could do that. I think it would be even easier. Like, why did you put it in a pop-up? Why not put it just embedded over the board? Like show an arrow. So my imagination is that these chess.com cheaters and Lichess cheaters, I am going to guess that what they have is they wrote a plugin that, obviously examines the HTML to look at the game position, pushes it off to an engine, and then draws arrows to show where to go. That's my guess. That's how, if I was going to do it, that's how I would do it. Just off the dome, thinking about how I would write a cheat. That's how I would do it. But like, obviously, if you're streaming, you would see that. Wait, that would take more work? You think that would take more work to draw an arrow? Interesting. To me, it would take less work to draw the arrow. But I guess you could say that that's what Naroditsky did. Whatever. If you're trying to make. So Naroditsky, not to derail into Naroditsky talk, but he really goofed. I don't think he cheated. I'm on Team Naroditsky. I love his streams. I love his content. He seems like a great guy. But in that old stream where he had the engine going while the game was happening, the game was over, but he had the engine running, and he just sort of off the cuff mentioned that the engine is saying XYZ, but no one watching the stream knew he was in the engine. That exposed the fact that, oh my gosh, he could be using the engine right now, because I didn't know he was using the engine, but he was. So that's tough. It's real tough. It's real tough. And so, yeah. You say, well, the engine pop-up shows the engine top move. With arrow, you have to track things on the UI. Well, you still need to make the move, so the arrow should be easier, right? Like if you have to look and you'll see, oh, C4 is the top move, then you need to make C4. Like, I would think that showing the arrow is much easier. I would think, but like, both are great, obviously. Oh, you mean to implement the feature, not to use it? Oh, well, to implement the feature, you already have access to the DOM. You already have access to the browser. So you just draw an arrow. Like, drawing an arrow is very easy. Or even just you could highlight the pieces like those, like the chess computers are. You highlight the start and the start and end position.
I didn't finish Mad Zen your message. You said if you're only focused on Shogi Wars ranking, you're at 7Q on Shogi Wars and recently played the 5 matches on Anyone Dojo, got to 9Q. Would you guys recommend to focus only on one side or play whichever? I would say play whichever. Don't focus on the rating. Don't focus on the rating. And honestly, maybe that's why my 81 Dojo continued to go up. Maybe that's partly why I've had such good results on 81 Dojo lately. Because I don't care about the rating. As sad as it was, I felt basically nothing other than like mild confusion when I did rank up. So play the game, have fun. If I'm going to advise anything, it would be to play it both, because Shogi Wars only has blitz and bullet. Shogi Wars does not have any sort of rapid or classical time controls. So I am a believer that playing slower games will help. I definitely am. I understand the counter arguments to that, but I think playing slower games will help. Potentially a little more than playing blitz. But in the end, it's not only about growth. It's about having fun, and the game is fun. My major advice is always, if you can go to play over the board, do it. Because that's I think the most fun, and I think that's where the growth happens even more. The tier list of improvement in terms of playing, I think playing over the board is number 1. Playing online slower games is number 2, and then playing the blitz is number 3. But playing lots of blitz might be better than both. Who knows? Serpent AI and other Python-based OCR-like tools could power tooling to help with cheating, but considerable setup would be required. Yeah, definitely. It's using computer vision to scan the Shogi board or to scan the Shogi app and have it generate positions that you can plug into the engine. I don't think it would be that difficult, but it would be. It's certainly more difficult than doing it in chess. And it could be done. It could definitely be done. There's a JP Shogi streamer whose overlay shows engine evaluations and lines for viewers' benefit. Oh. So he must be doing something like that. He must be doing something like that. Now I want to do that. Now I want to do that. Well, no, I don't. Because I don't want there to be, when I hit Showdown in Shogi Wars, I don't want there to be any question, mostly in my own mind, that it was legit. And I think my mind would say, maybe I got some slight advantage from having that running, even if I wasn't able to look at it. Maybe, yeah. I think I would not want to do it, at least until I hit sort of my target rank. But I love that stuff. Like when we streamed the US Shogi Championship, I think having the eval there was awesome. So awesome. If you're playing on Wars, the DOM may be dynamically generated. Yeah, I think, now I don't know, they just switched this new Shogi Wars client to do, I think it's using OpenGL. It's using the GL canvas. So I'm not sure if they're even using DOM elements for pieces or anything like that. I'm not sure. They may be, but I'm not sure. It wouldn't surprise me if they're just using canvas and rendering the pieces themselves. You can't even recognize basic chess positions on OTB. For you, chess is a 2D game. Really? So the first time I played chess over the board in recent memory was maybe 3 years ago or so. It was at Stanford because it was the Shogi. We had a Stanford Shogi club, and this is the tournament that this is the event that I talked about. So we were in the Stanford sort of outside area. We were playing. We had our Shogi stuff going. The Stanford Chess Club was there as well. They came after, and they sat down on the same table. And one of those players was Carissa Yip, who's working on becoming a grandmaster. I think she dropped out of Stanford, and she's working on becoming a grandmaster. But anyway, she was there. We played shogi, and then as we were winding up, I asked, or someone else asked, like, "You want to play? You want to play a game of chess?" And so we played chess, and I was like, it was amazing because I felt like I couldn't see anything. Everything felt so big. The chessboard felt, we were playing with like a regulation-ish, regulation style vinyl board and chess pieces. And I'm like, oh my God, the board is so big, I can't see the whole board. And sure enough, I hung a bishop, or I got captured by a bishop diagonal, a far-seeing bishop. And I was like, oh my gosh, chess is so much more difficult over the board. But that went away. I started going to a couple chess clubs, or a few chess clubs at that time, and playing over the board. And that, to me, that went away real quickly, to the point where I was playing as well over the board or better than online. So I think you just have to give it more time. You think shogi is less of a problem as there's no isometric view? Maybe, but I don't think it's necessarily the view. I think it's the size. That's my theory on the difficulty of going from online to offline, is that it's the size of the board. Because online, I don't have to move my head. I barely have to move my eyes to see the entire board. But like over the board in a real game, you're moving head. You've got to look to see where the opponent's pieces are. You've got to look to see what pieces you have. And diagonals, I think, are even harder to read over the board than online. Because of the angle, I don't know, but like, I think it behooves you more to make finger movements over the board to track your bishop. Because there's no checkerboard, as we've talked about. I have no water. I'm so dry. I am so dry. But it's really interesting. That jump from online to over the board, and the difficulties of both. The difficulties of both are really fun. But yeah, once you try more, it'll be fine. And I have, as far as I can tell, I have no difficulty switching between the two these days. I'll play offline. I'll play over the board on Sundays, and then I'll play Sunday afternoon. I might play a 3-minute bullet game on Shogi Wars and be totally fine. But yeah. Anyway, that is good. We're closing. My voice is so dry. I haven't had water in like an hour and a half or two, and we're closing in on the 4-hour mark. So I think that's going to be it for me today. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gradually building back the vocal cord strength to be able to talk longer, because that week away does seem to have taken its toll on me, at least in terms of being able to speak longer. My throat is feeling it right now. So whereas before I left, before I went, on that week off, 6-7 hour streams were really nothing. So anyway, it's more interesting stuff. But thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. Not sure what the plan is for tomorrow. May stream, may not. But either way, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your shogi. Hopefully you get a lot of games in this weekend. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping. It's so fun. I definitely, I miss this. I definitely miss these chats. I love talking about this stuff, even if it's just pontificating about things that I know nothing about. I love it and love hearing other people's thoughts on it. So thank you so much. This has already made my day. And I think that the play was pretty good. Well, let me bring up Shogi Wars again. Let me switch the scene. How did we end here? How did we end? We ended 8-5 with a 5-win streak to finish. So that feels good. There were good games. There were some bad games. There were some good games. Got some easy wins from the opponent just timing out. I gave up an easy loss or two by the same way. And anyway, great times. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. And 1 second. I want to check, when is that ESC WSC? When is the date on it? When is the date? When is the date? It's not this weekend. It's not this weekend, I believe. Oh, July 24th. Okay, July 24th. So it's not this weekend. Thank you, everyone. See you soon, and take care.